Gold recorded its first weekly loss of 2012 on Friday. The PM London fixed price came in at $1,711.50 an ounce, a 1.3% fall from the previous Friday. Silver also fell this week, although Friday's fixed price of $33.55 an ounce represented a smaller percentage fall than gold's. Greek politicians spent most of this week negotiating among themselves over spending cuts. On Thursday, they presented their agreed package to a meeting of Eurozone finance ministers, who promptly rejected it as insufficient. Gold fell on Friday to its lowest level since the 25th of January. You may recall that was the day that Federal Reserve policymakers confirmed that they do not expect to raise interest rates until at least the end of 2014. On Thursday, the European Central Bank voted to keep its main policy rate at 1%. It did, however, change the rules on the collateral that banks can post against their ECB borrowing. The change means that banks should now be able to borrow funds against a wider range of assets. ECB President Mario Draghi agreed that the central bank is taking on more risk, but said that this risk is being well managed. Like the ECB, the Bank of England also kept its interest rate on hold. It did, however, vote in favour of an additional £50 billion of quantitative easing. Since the bank began QE 3 years ago, inflation has regularly exceeded the bank's 2% target. Analysis by BullionVault shows that the average British household has seen its bank account savings lose around £1,800 in purchasing power as a result of this excess inflation. Over the same period, sterling gold prices have risen nearly 70%. China imported 428 tons of gold from Hong Kong last year, according to official figures published on Monday. This is more than 3 times the amount it imported in 2010. China's gold imports from Hong Kong are generally seen as a good proxy for overall imports. Next week sees the release of the latest UK inflation figures, as well as the Bank of England's inflation report. The G20 group of the world's largest economies, meanwhile, meet on Friday, where world leaders are expected to discuss the issue of pledging more money to the International Monetary Fund. To keep up to date with the latest developments in gold and silver, as well as the wider markets, visit goldnews.bullionvault.com.